Shop!
Is the back of my neck red? It feels really sore. Hiya.
Hi.
Yeah, you've caught the sun.
Oh, a navvy's tan to go in my navvy's muscles.
Well, hope you've got a navvy's appetite.
I have.
Oh, that smells beautiful.
Oh, there you go. This came, second post. Help yourself.
Ooh.
It's from Andy. He's having a great time on the new farm. And a photo.
Oh.
Well, considering all the aggro at school, his writing's not half bad.
Oh, that's his dad's.
Now, you see the cross at the bottom? That's his dad's.
Dangerous things, educated women, Jack.
Yeah, tell me about it. I'll stick it up here, shall I? Where we can see it.
Much easier than living with the real thing, eh? Must be true what they say about absence making the heart grow fonder. Could you pass the bread, please, Rachel? Thank you.
Is she in? I brought the menus for tonight.
Who?
Kim. Only the duck looked very fatty, so I've changed the main course to seafood instead.
Oh, I had a piece of haddock in for tonight. She never said she was eating out. Still, it'll keep. Leave them on the table and I'll make sure she gets them.
She's eating here tonight. Dinner for two. I'm cooking.
You're here, Dee. Why didn't you call me? Well, she said she's cooking the dinner tonight.
That's right.
Why, you should have asked. It's no trouble.
You've done enough. Come through, Dee.
Thank you.
What about James? Has he got a babysitter?
The new nanny's due at 6.
Oh.
I don't get too attached. She's only temporary till Sophie gets back. As I say, you've done enough. There was something.
Oh?
Has Roy got a suit? I need someone to serve the drinks.
Am I keeping you up? Oh, mind, you must have had about an hour's sleep. You shall attend this morning. Don't try and deny it. Gary Fletcher from maintenance saw you when he was doing the guttering.
What, Fletcher the lecturer? I bet he said I had no clothes on either.
No, he said you were snoring and dribbling out the corner of your mouth.
Get lost.
Can you tell me where Mill Cottage is, please? I'm looking for Rachel Tate.
She'll be at work. She helps out at Emmerdale Farm.
Up Connaughton Road.
That's the old one. It's a new farm you want. Up Skipdale Road for about 3 miles and turn left after the bus stop.
Right, thanks.
You nearly right there. About Gary. He said you had no drawers on.
Ugh.
Well, I think it's looking great. Tony? Oh, no imagination, I'm afraid, and even less patience. You're just like one of the kids. Wants it all done yesterday.
The impossible we can manage. Miracles take a little bit longer. Oh, I've had some thoughts about the kitchen if you are interested.
Oh, right.
Hey, Billy Whiz. Just take it easy. No sense making work for yourself.
Hey, it's got to be done sometime. You've got something up your sleeve, haven't you? What is it?
Well, come on then. Use your brains. Well, it's not a white rabbit, is it?
Oh, hi.
Hello. Where is he?
Your dad? Oh, he's just making some tea. Do you want one?
No tell.
Oh, Kelly, do you want to just leave some money by the till?
Not particularly.
Oh, we'd just mess up stock take if you don't. Makes it look as if things have been shoplifted.
I'm skin. Anyways, perk of living here. It's about the only one we've got.
Kelly, do you want to just leave a note by the till then, so we can keep a check of what's gone?
Oh, no pen. You can do it if you're that bothered.
Kelly?
What?
I was just wondering about tonight. Did you fancy going to the pictures?
You just reminded me. Good call. Staying in tonight. Washing my hair.
Hello.
Excuse me, I'm looking for Rachel Tate.
I'm afraid they're not here. They're working up at the barn this afternoon.
Do you know when they'll be back?
I expect about 5-ish.
Is there any way of getting a message to her? Look, I'm up from Sheffield, see.
Well, I suppose we could walk up there.
Oh, it can wait, you know, till the job's finished.
No. I'll pay for the materials now and the labour when you're finished.
Monday.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Oh, well, I'll come back then. Maybe we could have a chat about some other work. Have a nice weekend.
We will. You and all.
Bye then.
What's going on?
What?
Don't pretend. There's something wrong. I know there is.
All this. I don't know why we're bothering.
But this house was as much your dream as mine. More. Is it Charlie?
In part.
What then?
Doesn't matter.
The Guatemala trip? But you said it was all right.
I lied.
What happened?
One of the lads took a bullet in his side, ruptured his spleen. His wife was at the airport. I had to tell her he was following on. In a box.
Oh, God. I'm sorry. Who was it?
Does it matter? We should have had it covered. I've lost it, Becky. I should have had it covered, and I didn't. I've lost my edge.
Good.
Hi.
Hi. What's that you're wearing?
A shirt. Why?
It's one of Charlie's.
So? It was in the wardrobe.
I don't believe you.
If she'd have wanted it, she'd have taken it with her. What's the big deal?
Mum came into the shop today, telling me how she'd caught you crying over Charlie, saying how much you were going to miss her.
Don't say it.
What?
I know it's my fault.
No, actually, it's Greg's fault. He's the one who cheated on his girlfriend. He's the one who told you you were pretty and funny like your older sister just to get you into bed.
It wasn't like that.
No. He's got a gorgeous little daughter and he's never lifted a finger for her. And you've never said a word against him.
How much was it worth?
What?
This job.
Don't be crass.
Double glazing for the house. A holiday for the wife and kids. You did have kids, I presume.
2.
Well, I bet they'd rather have their dad. That's what I thought when you drove off to the airport. What if he doesn't come back? Will that nice patio in York Stone be any compensation?
It's not just about work, it's about me.
Soldier first, husband and father second. Well, maybe that's wrong. Maybe if you stop thinking about being a soldier and start thinking about your family, you might find out what makes you tick.
Imagine Dad sorting it out or sending the lads round to do it for him.
Yeah, but it's so unfair. Mum and Dad think Charlie's gone to jib because she hates them.
Telling them the truth won't make her come back. I wish it would. I'd rather have her here hating me and ignoring me than halfway around the world.
So would I.
I wanted Joey to grow up to be like her, not me. Tissue, quick.
I always like that shirt on her.
You could at least give me a hand.
It's a better laugh watching.
You?
Come on, let's help you.
Hiya.
Hi.
Someone to see you, Rachel.
Oh, really?
Cheers.
Oh, I did it. Keith Billington.
Hi.
You won't know me from Adam.
No, sorry.
And I've heard a lot about you from your mum.
Oh, really?
We've been going out together.
All right. I was just thinking I'd have to surprise her. Take Joseph over for the weekend. You'd hardly recognise him.
That's a great idea.
I'm sorry, Rachel. I didn't want to phone. I wanted to tell you to your face.
Tell me what?
Sorry, Rachel. Your mum's dead. She was taken to hospital yesterday afternoon. It turned out to be a brain hemorrhage. She died in theatre.
I'll take Joseph back. You follow us when you're ready.
All right.
How did you meet?
I have a shop in Walkley, fruit and veg and that. She used to come in every week. We just got chatting. She was right cagey to start with. Took a long time to get to know her.
She never used to be like that. It was... Well, she changed.
She told me about prison. I think she thought I'd run a mile. Well, these things happen, don't they? You never know what's round the corner.
No.
That was another part of her life. She was a different woman altogether. Right, quiet, modest. That's what I liked about her. She'd do art for anyone. I thought you might like this.
It's Joseph. I sent this to her the week he was born.
She kept it in her purse.
Did you speak much about him?
A bit. Look, I've never believed all that stuff about people pulling together in a crisis. I found that out when my wife died.
What did she say?
Oh, she loved you all right. She just accepted the fact that you weren't going to be close. I think perhaps it suited her. Well, she'd lost your dad, Joe, Mark. You'd want to keep people at arm's length after that.
It must have been hard for you.
That was her way. Controlled. She hardly ever had a drink. Oh, a glass of wine maybe on a special occasion, but very controlled, very gentle. She were a lady.
Shut your face, you.
But Roy, what transformation. Should have given me first refusal. Who's the lucky lady then?
Kim Tate.
Forget it, Lynn. She's even more of a slapper than you are.
Is it business or pleasure?
Don't know, just have to play it by ear, I guess.
You're trying to make me jealous, aren't you?
No, I'm just sick of you two winding me up all the time, that's all. Slam forgot that night you stood me up, you know, just to be with her.
Why do you let me make it up to you?
Ow.
Tomorrow night, outside the Woolly, 8 o'clock.
All right, and you're on.
Oh, and Roy, wear the suit.
Excellent. You get a good view of the wool pack from Donna's room. I'll bring my camera. We should have a bet. See how long it takes for him to suss he's been stood up.
Who's standing him up? I think he's cute.
Cheers.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry.
Thanks.
Would you like me to come back with you? I mean, I don't like the idea of you spending the night on your own.
We thought she could stay here.
I'd like that.
But at least let me take Joseph back with me. One less thing for you to worry about.
Thank you.
There you go, Uncle Zach.
What's up with you? Got a face like a cat's backside.
Oh, I've been thinking.
Huh?
Perhaps I've got the Midas touch.
You what?
The Midas Touch. It's a sequel to Women Who Love Too Much. A guide to living with loss and learning how to love.
What the hell are you on about?
Well, think about it. First it was our Tina, then our Sam, then Paddy, and now Charlie. Who am I going to lose next, Uncle Zach?
Me if you don't crack your face and tell us a joke. Second thoughts, just give us the arrows.
2 G&Ts, please, Mandy. Okay. Well, you've done me a real favour coming out.
Well, what else have I got to do with my evenings?
Oh, thanks.
Oh, you know what I mean. I keep wondering if that was the reason for Sophie. I fell for her because she was there.
What, like Everest? Cheers.
No, because she was fun and pretty and on my doorstep.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
It's too simple.
You know, you give yourself such a hard time. So what if it started like that? It's how you feel now that counts.
I only wish I knew.
Okay, do you miss her?
Yes, yes I do.
Well, then ring her. Let her still drive over.
Well, I miss the dog if I'm away for the weekend.
I'm going to ask you again in a week's time. Then
I will give it some serious thought.
Steady on.
Well, you'll have to tie that hair back.
Oh, come on, it's my best feature.
Lord Oakle runs a stud farm. It doesn't mean he's got a thing for ponytails. Anyway, he won't be looking at you.
I don't really think this is for me, Kim. I'll just end up probably making a mess of it or something.
You'll be fine.
What if I spill gravy down his neck?
Impossible. There's no gravy on the menu.
I don't know, lobster sauce or whatever it is.
All right, an extra £1 an hour.
What happened to overtime, Bon?
It's discretionary. Besides, you're working for me tonight, not Tate Holdings.
I get it, so it's like one rule for one lot.
And another rule for you. So what do you say?
All right. But if he starts getting snot with me, I'm just going to walk straight out.
He won't get snotty. He's a perfect gent. Now, do you know how to pour a glass of wine?
Is that a trick question or something?
Thanks.
That Keith seemed like a nice bloke. Were they living together?
It didn't sound like it.
What's going to happen about the funeral?
Well, he said he'd do most of the arranging, but I'll have to give him a hand. I'll have to pay for it, won't I? How much do funerals cost? I can't remember a thing about Mark's.
Worry about that when the time comes. She might have had some money put aside. You never know.
A funeral fund in her 40s. That's so depressing. She must have been in agony. I don't even know who was with her. Keith was at work. He said that they'd rushed her into hospital. I don't even know who they were. What if she died with complete strangers? Can I have a drink, please?
Oh, dear. He's late. You said 7:30 for 8, and it's 5 past.
Way past your bedtime, I hope.
It's a difficult choice. Gate-crashing a scintillating business dinner with you, or sticking pins in my eyes. Have you seen the sewing box lately?
I thought you were going out.
No. I'm minding Joseph. I might pop in the kitchen later, you know, chat up... Well, Freudian slip. Chat to Dee, see if I can persuade her to rustle me up a chucky egg and soldiers.
Your guests have arrived, Mrs. Tate.
Duffer!
Fancy meeting you here.
Yeah, fancy. And there was me thinking you had some crusty old accountant lined up for the night.
Kim, I'm forgetting my manners. Tara Coburn, Kim Tate. Brains as well as beauty. And if all goes well, my new partner in the stud farm.
Pleased to meet you.
And this is Bugs.
Christopher Tate.
Hey.
I know you said call in for supper, and you've probably gone to great lengths.
Not at all.
But she has the appetite of a bird. Give her a piece of dry bread and some cheese and she'll be fine.
I'm sorry, Kim. I told him all along this was a bad idea.
Nonsense. Supper for 3's as easy as supper for 2, isn't it, Kim?
Shall I tell them in the kitchen, Mrs. Tate?
Thank you, Roy. I'll tell them myself.
Oh, what the hell? I'm at a loose end. Let's make it supper for 4.
Coming right up. Smarmy, two-faced little runt on wheels. I'm going to spit in his soup.
What's the matter, Mrs. Tate?
Lord Oakle's brought some silly blonde bimbo with him, and now Chris has decided to join the party too.
Dinner for 4?
Well, it won't stretch. What are we going to do?
Well, the soup is easy. More bread and smaller portions.
OK, but what about the main?
Relax, Mrs. Tate. It's bad manners of your guests, but we will cope.
Are you sure?
You will not be disgraced.
Thank you. I'll send Roy in straight away.
It was different with Mark. He was in my life one minute and gone from it the next. The pain, it was almost physical. I couldn't bear to be in rooms that he'd been in only days before.
You keep expecting them to walk back through the door.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd catch his scent on things like a cushion, a towel, a pair of sweaty socks.
I think I'll go up now. Do you mind?
No, I'll be following you shortly.
Night.
Night, love.
But with my mum, it's different. She wasn't part of my life. And although I feel really bad about it now, when I think about her being dead, it only registers in here.
Yeah, that's what it was like with Joe. But then there's the funeral to get through. That brings it home to you like nothing else. You know, she had friends. She made a new life for herself. I have to admire her for doing it.
Yeah. The way that Keith described her. Quiet, modest, controlled. I don't remember her like that.
You remember how thick the walls were in that house? We could still hear the rows. She was a feisty beggar when it suited. That's where you get it from.
Yeah, but she changed. Knocking over Pete Whiteley and going to jail. It tamed her. Life tamed her. Does it always have to be like that? Well, that makes me sad. I don't want a tame life, Jack.
It's a lovely house. Did you design it all yourself?
I suppose so. With a little help from the professionals.
And Daddy's millions.
We're so restricted at home. All that dreary antique furniture, it limits what you can do.
I'm sure.
What happened to dear Steve tonight? I thought he'd been on your little scheme.
He was busy.
I cannot believe you are contemplating a partnership with this guy. I mean, this guy could have the pennies off a dead man's eyes.
Kim, I've been most remiss tonight. The food was fantastic. You've been a wonderful hostess. And we haven't exchanged a word about the business in hand.
No, we haven't, have we?
Let's meet up again. Tomorrow. Just the two of us.
Well, if you're sure.
Somewhere we won't be distracted.
That's if Tara doesn't mind.
Why should she?
Oh, if I can't trust him now, I wouldn't be marrying him.
I didn't even know you were engaged.
It's not like you to hide your light under a bushel.
In the family for centuries, I suppose.
How did you guess?
I was a big fish in this village. Had a brain, a big gob, future.
You're 26 years old, for goodness sake. Don't write yourself off.
And then friends and relatives, husbands, they've all just dropped off one by one. The only constant thing is you.
I always will be. Can I ask you something?
Sure.
I don't know how you see me.
Jack Sugden?
Father figure?
No. No, not father figure. Why is that how you see me? Surrogate daughter?
I used to. And a friend. And a friend to Sarah.
But
I don't know, Rachel. It's like you say. Things change.
yeah. Night, Jack.
Night, love.